College Football 26 is here. I got it. I played the early access, and now it's time to answer the burning question, is it worth your money? From a gameplay perspective, the animations are massively improved this year. This is one of the biggest leaps I've seen them take from a year-to-year perspective in any of the football games since they switched to animation-based gameplay, and it's still animation-based, so there's going to be clunky moments, but everything looks more realistic this year in general. Also, on a gameplay perspective, you got a lot more options on defense, fully customizable zones, stunts and twists on the defensive line, a lot of effort given there, and I appreciate that. The most changed mode by far is Road to Glory, which shines with its new high school experience. This mode was really shallow and stale last season, something I criticized it for. I think this makes it feel a lot fresher, although I'm not really sure how fun it's going to be to play through time and time again. Even by Game 5, completing the challenges was just getting a little bit tedious in high school gameplay. And I think that problem would have been easily solved by just allowing you to play full games. I understand that would have made it harder for the AI to evaluate how well you did without clear goals to accomplish, but I think there would have been ways around it. Last two notes on Road to Glory for now. I'll have a lot more in my full Road to Glory breakdown tomorrow, but I do feel like the recruiting interactions that were advertised were not nearly as prevalent, at least in my first playthrough, as it seemed that they would be. And secondly, this whole experience is just a bit too easy. I went from being a 3-star at the start to a 5-star at the end, pretty much without trying. From a Dynasty perspective, things are going to feel really familiar, for better and for worse. Things are more polished this year, and you've got a lot more customization options, especially when you set up your coach. You can even set up your demeanor as a coach, your stance on the sidelines, and how your adaptive AI works if you're not controlling the game. Some tweaks from a recruiting perspective. Everything feels a bit more challenging this year, at least as a small program. I did my first rebuild as Missouri State, and I feel like I could only focus on 4 or 5 kids at a single time if I really wanted to make sure that I got them, which I think is how things should be. It should be more challenging to build Missouri State into a contender. And number 2, whoever's idea it was to have the team needs board at the top at all times, give them a bonus. So in conclusion, whether or not you should buy College Football 26 really does depend on what you're here for. If you wanted a transformative experience that has different feeling gameplay, wildly redesigned game modes, or anything like that, you're in the wrong spot. You probably shouldn't be playing EA games to begin with, but if you wanted added presentational elements, a more polished game, and the new rosters, you're in the right spot.